Hi, everybody. I'm Eric, the gay. There's Emily, the girl, and there's Steve, the guy. And this week, our movie choice is Xanadu. And I just want to apologize to everybody beforehand. I did not realize this movie was the movie that I picked. I thought it was a different movie. But anyways, now that we've all watched it, let's just go. So, okay, Emily, I'll start with you. Don't yell at me.
I actually enjoyed this movie. I mean, I'm not going to put it on my favorites list, but I really had a good time watching it. It's Michael Beck. I thought he was pretty sexy. He was like a young Heath Ledger, like 10 Things I Hate About You. He made bell bottoms. Oh, I love a man in bell bottoms and put him on roller skates. Phenomenal. But I think I am predicting, I'll put it out here now, a remake of this movie will come along because roller skates are making a comeback right now. Give me some ideas on who you think could play the parts, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming back. There were some continuity issues where I would be like, they're skating, and then we go to another scene, and then they didn't have roller skates on anymore. But they
Emily, they're flying around on fucking lasers. They're flying around on laser beams, and you're the continuity that they don't have skates on?
Well, don't give me skates, and then the next thing you enter that building, and you're not like throwing them over your shoulder, and you're wearing shoes. Yeah, it had everything you need. It had dancing, it had singing, it had Olivia Newton-John, it had an adorable guy, right? It had Gene Kelly, so that's just a winner right there. Sorry. Okay. And he danced. Chick flick.
Yeah. Cool. All right. All I can tell you is at first when I started watching, I went, crap, this is not the movie I picked. And I thought, no way that I'm going to make it through this because, I mean, it just started as it was like the Wizard of Oz on steroids or something like that. It was just awful. And then it started to remind me, I was wondering, why does it look so familiar? And I realized the first time I did mushrooms, this is kind of, this whole thing was like a long video. It was like, I felt like it was like an MTV thing.
Mm-hmm.
That went on for way too long, and it's funny because once I got into the mushroom thing, I thought, okay, this is like, pure fantasy. But then the writing kept bringing me down because the acting was just, I didn't know who to blame. It was just awful. Even Gene Kelly, who I love, bored. It was like everything. I felt bad for all of them. I don't think anyone to do. I did perk up when they went to that Glitz franchise store so they could find an outfit for Gene Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he came out like in 30 different outfits and he's, dancing. Okay, there's no better fantasy for a gay man than changing into really cool outfits and coming out dancing while everybody applauds. That's like, I mean, that's foreplay. Anyways, a number where they had the 40s dance versus the dance
with the tubes. With the tubes.
So, like, off the charts, fantastic and very androgynous. Is that the word? Mm-hmm. David Bowie. Okay, that part I thought was really kind of cool and risque for like the 80s or whatever. So I'll give you like a few points for that one because I liked it. Okay, and then the last number, the closing number, where she is in 30 different costumes, all dancing to the songs. That's kind of gay nirvana. I mean, a beautiful woman in all these different costumes. It's like and. So that part was, fun. So, anyways, yeah, it definitely had its gay share of good times or whatever. But I guess let's turn over to the guy because I felt sorry for you the whole time.
So I'm the guy, and I love sports and guns and boobs and animals, and I fucking love Xanadu. I loved it. Okay.
You loved it?
Wow. Full transparency, you got to understand a couple things about Stephen Lakioma. One, my mother and father were professional roller skaters and dancers in the late 70s and early 80s. So roller skating was a huge part of my life, okay?
This was like a bar mitzvah for you.
It was. That's how my communion was, that Urban Outfitters dance number that Gene Kelly did when he changed clothes with ELO. Second thing, huge ELO fan. I saw Electric Light Orchestra at the Hollywood Bowl, one of the greatest shows I've ever seen in my life. I love ELO, and I love the Tubes, who performed in that 40s, 80s mashup. They had a huge hit called She's a Beauty back in the 80s. Remember that song, Eric? 1 in a million girl. One in a million girl. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm boring you. So that being said,
changing diapers for my kid that year.
probably.
Okay.
I loved it. I loved it. I mean, listen, yeah, there was parts where I probably nodded off a little bit, and I did do a little which made it even that more amazing. And I came to a realization: this is, and it is a gay movie, and I love it, and I know why it's a gay movie, because it is like if there were gay goggles that you could put on and see the world, that's how gay men would want to see the world. Like, there's a scene in the beginning where he's in Santa Monica.
We just keep it on the lowdown, you know?
Right? But, like, if you could just give it to a straight guy and go, this is what it's like. And then they'd see, like, wow, this is the best. It was amazing. When they're at Santa Monica in the beginning, they're selling balloons. They're selling popcorn. Everybody's happy. Gene Kelly's playing clarinet. That's how gay men would like to see Santa Monica. When I go to Santa Monica, there's a homeless guy throwing up in an Arby's bag. There's someone shooting up heroin into their dick. And there's a guy begging for money. Like, that's not Santa Monica. But if I put the gay goggles on, it's that. So I just loved it. I appreciated it so much for what it was. It was a 2-hour music video. And, I mean...
It was actually an hour and 42 minutes. I know that because I kept looking to see when it was going to be over, because I was debating if I should do another edible. Is there enough time for it to kick in? You know, decisions.
I mean, it just made me feel good. Made me feel happy. You know what I mean? I felt happy watching it. It was a horrible movie.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, gay, straight, guy, gal, whatever it is, I felt good. I felt good. So thank you, Eric. Thank you. Stupid as fuck. I mean, stupidest fucking movie I've ever seen. But
right.
Look, another surprise. Another surprise we get. Pie chart.
Yeah, let's do it. Pie chart. Emily, I guess
pie chart.
I thought I was going to have to take most of the chart, and I don't know now. I don't know. But again, you just said there's no macho stuff in it. Your personal opinion is you loved it.
25.
25?
I think 25. Yeah, I think 25.
So 25, and then we're going to split the other 75%.
Yeah.
And that's pretty even, if you ask me.
I know, right?
Shockingly. I don't think anybody thought that's how it would turn out.
This show is so educational. Just when you...
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It is. And I see why it got panned. I see why it's a bad movie.
Oh, yeah.
But it's an enjoyable bad movie.
All right, so we can all agree it was the most enjoyable, awful movie we've ever seen, right?
Yeah, even more than like Troll 2, because at least it made me feel good.
All right, guys.
We're not watching that. No.
Yeah, we're not.
It's
not enough. We have to watch Con Air, which we'll talk about
you
later.
might, which will be coming up soon, so you guys can look forward to that.
Good show, guys. See you later.
Bye.